What's going on, all you minties? This is the Uncanny Omar from Near Mint Condition, the home of collected editions. And today I get to announce 3 brand new Marvel Omnis coming out in 2023. Here's a hint. Something old, something new, something smashing, mean, and green. Does that rhyme? I was never good at poetry, so that's all you get. This video is sponsored by Marvel Comics, so thank you so much to David Gabriel and the fine folks at Marvel for sending us advance notice of these 3 Omnis coming out in 2023. We have 2 coming out in July and 1 coming out in May. Before going any further, I think most of you probably already know, but yeah, just in case, smash that like button if this is your first time visiting the channel. Make sure you're subscribed to get all your breaking news in the world of the Marvel Collected Edition. Thank you to all the folks that have shared our videos, and thank you to those that keep sharing our videos. Now, we got 3 Omnis to talk about. I said something old, something new, something green, something like that. But honestly, all of these have something green. So let's start with the first one. This one isn't old. It did have an old omnibus. And I'm very happy to get to announce this one because when I announced the very first omnibus, I thought, this is really cool. They're collecting the classic stuff and his early appearances in chronological order. I'd like to see a more modern run collected in omnibus format. And that's exactly what this is. So, starting this list coming out in May of 2023, Loki God of Stories Omnibus. Before I look at the content, you all know by now, let's take a look at that standard edition cover. That standard edition cover is supplied by Özgür Yildirim, and that is the cover of the first issue of the 2019 series of Loki. So, this content right here, let's talk about this. So this collects Loki, the 2004 series. There are dates there, 1 through 4, and then the 2010 4-issue mini, Loki Agent of Asgard, 1 through 17, completely worth the price of admission, and I'll talk about why in a little bit. Original Sin 5.1 to 5.5. I'll talk about the importance of that here in a little bit. Vote Loki, the 2016 4-issue mini, the Loki series from 2019, the one that they used to cover for the standard edition, Avengers Loki Unleashed #1, and then material from All New Marvel Now .1 and War of the Realms Omega. So that's a big book, and everything from 2004 all the way up to present time with Loki and his appearances. I think this is a great mapping for this omnibus, and it matches amazingly with that first omnibus of Loki. So I'm glad that they decided to do a modern omnibus of his run. But before we talk about this book and the run that is collected in here, let's look at the direct market cover. So here is your direct market cover. This is one that's supplied by Frank Cho. I believe that is a cover to a variant. So in here, you're going to kick it off with the 2004 series. That series is amazing. That's the Robert Rhodey series with Ezad Ribic on artwork. You have work in here by Sebastian Fiumara and Roberto Aguirre Sarasca. And the 10th Realm story, the Thor and Loki stories are in here. And I know a lot of people are like, is there any way that Marvel can put that in the Thor by Jason Aaron omnibus? And I was never told why they couldn't, but now we all know why, because it's found in here. And that is co-written by Jason Aaron and Al Ewing. And speaking of Al Ewing, that's who wrote what I think is the best of what it is in this book, and that is the Agent of Asgard. I love that story. I think it is phenomenal. The stuff that's not in here, of course, is the Journey into Mystery Stories by Gillen, but that has its own omnibus. The stuff in here is pretty much everything that's around it and afterwards, and those 17 issues are just perfect. And to throw in the Original Sin 5.1, the otherwise known as the 10th Realm, it's the story that coincides with Original Sin when a secret is revealed to Thor and Loki. So I think it's great that they put it in here because it was missing from that omnibus and Jason Aaron Thor omnibus. And this is a great companion to that omnibus. As a matter of fact, it has the War of the Realms Omega one, but I would read the War of the Realms before reading that. Now, that's what's coming in May. Let's keep going. Now, let's talk about the first book that's coming in July. This one has been hinted at for a while now. Some of y'all have been asking me, where is it? And does this one have green? Oh, yeah. Well, I guess he is a character in here. But as I mentioned, this one has been hinted at and coming in July in 2023. It is a Volume 2, and I am talking about The Defenders Omnibus Volume 2. Let's take a look at the standard edition cover. This main cover here is supplied by Al Milgrom, and it is the cover to the King Size Annual. So we know the King Size Annual number 1 is in here, but what other comics are collected in this omnibus? Let's find out together. We have Defenders 20 through 41, Annual number 1, Giant Size 3 through 5, Marvel 2 and 1, 6 and 7, Marvel Treasury Edition number 12, material from Mystery Tales number 21, World of Fantasy 11, and Tales of Suspense number 9. So this matches perfectly with Volume 1. Volume 1 collecting the early appearances of the Defenders, and then when they actually became the team. Now we're looking into the Steve Gerber era of the Defenders. But before we go any further, let's look at the direct market cover. Never know why I point there. Does the cover... Oh, it appears there later. It appears here first. So here we have the variant cover, and this one drawn by Gil Kane. This is the cover of issue number 24. So it features Yellow Jacket, Valkyrie, Doctor Strange, Nighthawk, Son of Satan there, Daredevil, Hulk. I said he was in there. I said green, right? My guy there, Luke Cage, Power Man. So in here, you're going to find the work of Steve Gerber, like I mentioned, and you're going to find Howard the Duck through some of these pages in here. You're going to find the artwork mainly of Sal Buscema, but you're also going to find the artwork of Jim Starlin. And actually, Jim Starlin co-wrote a couple of those annuals, and Len Wein as well helped out with some of those annuals. But it's finally coming out. I know a lot of you people have asked me, where is this? It was hinted at it a while back, and now you know that it's coming in July of 2023. But we're not done with July. But let's talk about this other book that's coming out in July. I did mention green. Show the Tide, I think. Did I? But no, I am talking about the Hulk. Sometimes I throw good hints out there. Other times I just like throwing people off. But this time around, I really meant it. This is one of the most asked about Hulk Omnis. And I know that means something different to everyone, right? Some people want Hulk Silver Age Volume 2. Some people want Bruce Jones Hulk run. Some people want the rest of the Greg Pak era in omnibus format after Planet Hulk and World War Hulk. But this time around, we are getting the most modern run of Hulk in omnibus format. And a lot of people have been asking about this one, like, to the point of, like, where the heck is it? Well, here the heck it is. It is my pleasure to finally get to announce, coming in July of 2023, Immortal Hulk Omnibus. Let's check out the standard edition cover first. And this amazing standard edition cover is supplied by Alex Ross, who did supply all the covers for the single issues as they were coming out monthly. And we'll look at the direct market cover here in a second. But first, moment of truth. What does this collect? So, collecting every bit of Immortal Hulk 1 through 50, as well as The Best Defense, Defenders The Best Defense, Absolute Carnage Immortal Hulk 0, Immortal She-Hulk number 1, King in Black Immortal Hulk, Time of Monsters one-shot, and then material from Avengers 684. And that, oh man, this is thicker than a Snicker. This is going to be a huge book. The Best Defense, I know that did split up into Silver Surfer, and I think there was a Namor, it split off there. Maybe some of the Avengers at the time. But anyway, it does feature the stories by Al Ewing as far as The Best Defense. This is a big one. This is a not only a big announcement, but a big physical book is what this is going to be. Let's take a look at that variant cover. So your direct market cover is also drawn by Alex Ross. And it's just, it looks like a mugshot of Hulk. It just shows the intensity of the monster. And if you watch a previous breaking news, you saw that I've already announced, what was it, the Captain America by Ta-Nehisi Coates, and it had the variant cover by Alex Ross in that same stands where it's just like pretty much the bust of Captain America, and that's exactly what they're doing here. So this is an acclaimed series. This is the series that I think put Al Ewing's name in a lot of people's heads, and rightly so, because he is a phenomenal writer, and I'm so glad that he is finally getting his run on Hulk in omnibus format. Most of the artwork in here is supplied by Joe Bennett, but there are a couple of fill-in artists here and there, and all of the one-shots that Al Ewing wrote, I mean, this is a huge book, and now you guys can stop bugging me about this one. But then what are you going to ask me for next? There's always another book, right? There's always Thor by Jason Aaron Omnibus Volume 2. There's always Uncanny X-Men Volume 5, Avengers Volume 5, and so on. And we keep going with this. So it was my pleasure to get the break news to all of you. Do not forget to pre-order these books as soon as they become available. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of the contents, what you think of the announcements, what you think of the covers, which cover you're going to get. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being patient with me when you're asking me, when's the Immortal Hulk coming out? Or when's Defenders 2 coming out? Are we ever going to get a Loki Modern Omnibus? Now you all know. So, thank you to David Gabriel and everyone at Marvel. Everyone, stay healthy and safe out there. Much love.